what to choose, data analytics or data engineering. So to understand that, we need to understand this few steps. One is called OLTP systems and another one is called as OLAP systems. So what is that? OLTP systems and OLAP systems. So now data analyst especially works on OLAP systems. So where exactly data analyst actually works on OLAP systems means a data analyst going to collect the data from a data warehouse. So what you do? So now there are OLAP systems or there are data warehouses. So the data analyst, so now here if it is a data analyst what exactly do? He connect the data from data warehouse. So what he's doing, he's connecting the data from a data warehouse, and especially in a data warehouse, we call a gold layer. I'll be explaining in 2 minutes what is a gold layer. He will be trying to write SQL based operations in a data warehouse, and we call it as a gold layer. And we keep connected to he connect this data warehouse to Power BI. He's connecting this to what? Power BI. And he's trying to develop reports. He's trying to create reports, and these reports are published into Microsoft Fabric, or we are able to call it as Power BI Online. So this process is happening. So let's try to understand it step by step. Now data analyst is working purely on a data warehouse, and he is trying to connect this data warehouse with Power BI. So in that, as even in the data warehouse, he's writing gold layer based operations or SQL operations, and then he's connecting that gold layer from a data warehouse to Power BI, creating reports and pushing it into Microsoft Fabric. So this is what actually happening by a data analyst. And when it comes to a data engineer, here you are able to see OLTP systems. So OLTP systems are called as transactional processing data. Now the journey of a data from OLTP systems to a data warehouse is done by a data engineer. The journey of an OLTP systems to an OLAP systems is done by data engineer. So now let's try to understand the steps in a simple example. Now what is OLTP system? For example, now I'm running a small clothing shop. I'm running a small clothing business. Now all my clothing business data. So what exactly? I have a website. If anyone is going to my clothing site, if he's buying a product, so now the goal is not to analyze how many people bought it. The goal is, if someone bought a product, we want to reach out to them, we want to send a product to them, we want to ship a clothing or some dress to them to their particular address. We want to track their payments, we want to track their address, we want to track their numbers, we want to track their email IDs. So in order to run the business process seamlessly. So for that reason, we are recording all the data in a database, and that database is called as OLTP systems, online transactional processing. What is that called as? Online transactional processing data. So what is meant by online transactional processing data? So if someone bought a product, the goal is not to analyze it, but in order to record it for the sake of business operations. So now the goal is not for, means like someone buy it, so it need to be written. So now the goal of this OLTP systems is to perform write operations. So we are developing these databases using SQL itself, using with the help of DDL commands or with the help of DML commands, and we query the data. What are the today customers data or something like this. So we all use DQL commands as well. So now it is a OLTP systems. And now this database is going to record all the data, as I said, for the sake of business operations. Now this clothing business is running from morning, let's say 9 a.m. to let's say 10 p.m. or let's say 11 p.m. the business is running. So constantly the business is running, or let's say the business is happening 24/7, or let's say it's a physical store, the business is open from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. the shops are open. Now what we will be doing in this clothing business is, if someone is trying to, now the goal is not just about storing the data. Now the goal is, now we are running the business from last 5 years or 6 years. We got a huge amount of data in our databases. Now I want to analyze from which locations customers are buying the product, from which, means like prices customers are buying a product. So which customers are buying more? So again, what are those customer names? All of these details, at which discounts they are pricing more, on which months they are buying more. I want to analyze it. So I want a data analyst. Now I can ask data analyst, go and collect the data from a database, but that's not the condition. The reason why, now these databases are meant to write the data. The goal is what? These databases are meant to write the information for business operations, in order to deliver the product, in order to ship the product, or in order to know which customers bought it. That is the only purpose, not to analyze it. Now we are getting daily more and more data is getting generated. Now the investors want to know what is the sales happened today. So how much profits we gained it, which products got sold, from different branches how much sales we got it. Now all this data need to be analyzed. For that reason, they have done one more thing. Now the data is, this is not only the data they are generating, not website data. They have a marketing data, they got a customer data, they got a data from website, different data from different sources. All of this data to be analyzed by a data analyst using Power BI or using Tableau or using Looker, any of this particular platforms you want to analyze it. So now what we are doing is, now the data from different sources, in order to analyze it, now they are trying to extract. What they are doing, the very first step, they are extracting. Who is extracting? Data engineer is extracting data from different sources. Why is he extracting data from different sources? He want to load it into a data warehouse. Where you want to load it? He want to load it into data warehouse. So why he want to load it into data warehouse? For the sake of data analyst. So at a time 10-20 data analysts can analyze the data in a data warehouse. So the database, very simple, take it like this. Now the very important information is getting transferred into your computer. At the same time, you don't try to play the game, or at the same time you don't try to open some files. The reason why, there are chances of data crash. While the databases are meant to write the information, to record the customer data. Now at the same time 10-20 data scientists are analyzing it. Now these databases are not designed, or the DNA of database is not in such a way to go and analyze by 10-20 data analysts. For that reason, the data engineer is extracting the data from different sources. He is loading the data into a data warehouse, a central repository. So where you are having what? OLAP system. What is OLAP? Online analytical processing. So these databases, see, these data warehouses are designed to analyze the data. 10-20 data analysts, data scientists, AI engineers, everyone, they can collect the data and they can analyze. They are designed to analyze it. So now we go with what? Data warehouse. Even in a data warehouse, what is the language you use? You use SQL itself, structured query language. Now, but there is a catch. Now, whatever the data you have in a databases, he extracted it with the help of Python, or he is able to extract with the help of a platforms like Azure Data Factory. So now what exactly at Azure Data Factory? From Azure Data Factory, we are able to connect to different sources, we are able to extract. And before loading into data warehouse, the type of data in your database or in the data generation and the data in a data warehouse, both are in a different in the format or in the structure. So he want to clean it. So temporarily what he is doing, he is loading it in a temporary place. We call it as staging. What he is doing? Temporary loading stage. We call it as staging, where he is trying to stage it at a data lake. He's storing all the data in a data lake. What is a data lake? Take it as a hard disk. He's storing all the data temporarily. So all the files which he extracted temporarily in a data lake. And from a data lake to load it into a data warehouse, the data is different. The structure is different. The structure of OLTP is different. The structure of OLAP is different. In a OLAP, we follow data models like star schema, snowflake schema data models, star schema, snowflake schema data models, where there is a concept of fact table and a dimension table structure. So for that reason, the data engineer is trying to perform transformation. What is doing? He is doing transformation, ETL, extract the data, transform the data and load the data. How is doing transformation? With the help of Python, and that too in Python we call PySpark. He will be using what? PySpark. And if you are doing all of this on Azure, now he is connecting the data from different sources with the help of Azure Data Factory. He is staging it in a data lake called Azure Blob Storage, and he is trying to transform the data using PySpark with the help of Databricks. And then he is loading into a data warehouse, a central repository which contains all the data in Azure Synapse Analytics. He is trying to store it in Azure Synapse Analytics. And from Azure Synapse Analytics, data analytics is connecting to a data warehouse, Azure Synapse Analytics. He is using Power BI, building reports and pushing it into Microsoft fabric. So this is the structure happening. So now ETL, the data pipeline creation, is done by data engineers. So if you are interested to be a data engineer, so taking the data from OLTP to OLAP, so get into data engineering. So my goal is more about reporting. Now what is happening is, now the way of connecting these tools is trying to be more and more easy. Now companies are asking the same data engineer to do ETL plus to do reporting, and the same data analysts are asking to do data engineering plus reporting. That's the reason now there are chances of data engineer and data analyst to be one. So now be a data engineer if your goal is to build data pipelines. So now I want to be an AI engineer, I want data pipelines, so I want a data engineer. I can be a data analyst, I want, without a proper data pipelines we cannot do any data product, name it data analyst, reporting, or data science or AI, without a proper data pipeline. So that's what happening. Now I started my career into data analytics, data science, but my job made me to learn data engineering. So now I'm not really a data engineer from the day one. So now my job made me to build ETL pipelines. My job made me to build this data engineering end-to-end system, migration systems and all of that. What is data engineering is doing? They can migrate the data from on-prem, means the data is there in their local servers, to the cloud. The data engineers too. Now they are purely spending time, data engineers spend their time on Python, powerful tool. Next is SQL, and the third one going to be, they will be leveraging cloud platforms in order to do their end-to-end data engineering work. So now I hope you got an idea about what is OLTP. OLTP is a transactional data. The purpose is every business operation is written in OLTP, and every on analytical data for the sake of analysis is written in the data warehouse, OLAP systems. I hope you got a clear understanding. If you need more guidance on data analytics and data engineering, or if you want to join my courses, the links are in the description below, or you can connect a call one-on-one with me to understand about your career roadmap.